in the day that the Lord God made the earth and the heavens. When no bush or of the field was yet in the land, and no small plant of the field had yet sprung up, for the Lord God had not caused it to rain on the land, and there was no man to work the ground, and a mist was going up from the land, and was watering the whole face of the ground. Then the Lord God formed the man of dust from the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And the man became a living creature. And the Lord God planted a garden in Eden in the east, and there he put the man whom he had formed. And out of the ground the Lord God made to spring up every tree that is pleasant to the sight, and good for food. The tree of life was in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. A river flowed out of Eden to water the garden, and there it divided and became 4 rivers. The name of the first is the Pleiades. It is one of that flowed around the whole land of Havan, there where there is gold, and the gold of that land is good. Blenheim and oxen stone are there. The name of the second river is the Gihon. It is the one that flows around the whole land of Cush. And the name of the third river is the Tigris, which flows east of Assyria. And the fourth river is Euphrates. The Lord God took the man and put him in the garden of Eden to work it and keep it. And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, "You may surely eat of every tree of the garden, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat. For in the day that you eat of it, you shall surely die." Then the Lord God said, "It is not good that man should be alone. I will make him a helper to fit for him." Now out of the ground the Lord God had formed every beast of the field and every bird of the heavens, and brought them to the man to see what he would call them. And whatever the man called every living creature, that was its name. The man gave names to all livestock, and to the birds of the heavens, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found a helper to fit for him. So the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon the man, and while he slept, took one of his ribs and closed up its place with flesh. And the rib that the Lord God had taken from the man, he made into a woman, and brought her to the man. Then the man said, "This at last is bone of my bones, and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore a man shall leave his father and his mother, and hold fast to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. And the man and his wife were both naked and were not ashamed." Well, you want me to go first, Christina, or would you like to?
Oh, no, you can.
I will just say this. One thing that is important to understand about Genesis are the timelines are many. And if you go back to chapter 1, when he talks about male and female, etc., and then you have chapter 2, and even in verse 4, these are the generations of the heavens and the earth when they were created. So there's all kinds of timelines. How should we take then the creation of women. We should take it with equality of being. A man is a man, and a woman is a woman. They are different, yet the equality is that God made them, and they are each themselves that come together with Him. Christina?
Well, like with animals, there's a pair, and like you said, if you look at the bone structure of a man versus the bone structure of a female, you will find that the female does have that extra rib.
Mm-hmm.
And the extra rib is obviously there to help protect the baby that grows within her womb. And when it comes down to us becoming one with the earth again, regardless of what sex you may think you are, your bones don't lie. So how can you deny the truth when it lives within you? Do whatever you want on the outside and try to fake your way through it, but the truth lives within you. And you know, everybody is who they are, and if you want to portray yourself as something that you're not, and if you don't do a very good job at it, then don't be upset for someone else looking at you and saying what you truly are. Because what you truly are is not very well hidden. Because it's your bone structure. Your bone structure is not gonna lie. That's all I have to say about that.
Well, that's very unique, and I like that. I like that. In fact, I'm not going to go on a tangent about transgender and everything, but I'm just going to say, you know, no one's ever mentioned that, Christina. And I just think when men want to be in, quote, women's sports, somebody should bring up the bone.
Exactly. And I think that's where we need to start understanding is, okay, if you want to be this, by all means. But when it comes down to competing against each other, women can only compete with women. And if you don't have that bone count, you are not woman. It's that simple. I mean, there's other ways to tell too, because a man doesn't have a menstrual cycle, but I think that's where it starts.
I love it. I love that idea. I think it would make a great bumper sticker. Hey, I got the bone.
I'm female.
I really do. I've always said, and I'm not going to go on a tangent, I'm just going to say that men and women, same, different, other. And the reality is a man is a man and a woman is a woman. Now, I get it. There are degrees. Some men are more feminine, some more masculine, same with women, I get it. But that's a minor characteristic. And I think the bone thing is a decent, pretty way of, and a unique way, Christina, of saying, man, I would just love to have those bumper stickers put up, you know?
Or a t-shirt.
Christina gets an A today, not again next week, because she's a woman and I'm more superior, I get it. But she wins today with the bone. Congratulations, Christina.
Well, I will always have that extra bone.
That's true. All right, my friends. But what all this has come down to, I believe, and then I'll ask for final commentary from Christina. My final commentary is, this is why people should read Genesis seriously. Everyone will see different things. It's a serious book. It's worth reading. That's all I have to say. Final words, Christina.
Well, I think it just gets us back to the root of who we are and the meaning of us being here. You know, God had this planet long before he put humans on it. And there was a reason for that. He was preparing this planet to sustain us. And then to create us from this creation that he made for us were an insult to be destroying what he gave us and what lives within us. And it baffles my mind that, you know, people just don't look at each other and just see a different type of sand running through you. And it doesn't matter, because just because your sand is different from my sand doesn't make us enemies. It just makes us as a different part of this planet that God gave to us to live on. And I think we need to start getting back to those basics and understanding that God loved us beyond imagination, because he created a place for us, and then he created us. So he wanted to make sure that we survived here on this planet that he created for us. And that goes beyond love, you know? Because he could get upset with us at any time and we're gone. Just like he created this place, he can take it away. And we need to always remember that.